Turn the page.
Okay.
Roses bloom where the old road bends. Petals fall where the story ends. Forces rise in the morning light, pushing my heart through the endless night. A golden key in my trembling hand unlocks the truth where the cosmos stand. Scrolls of starlight, they call my name, singing rise up, it's time to change. Turn the page, let the fire ignite through the Akashic glow where the soul takes flight. Roses and keys, scrolls of truth in my hands. With the force of forever, I'll dance where I stand. Turn the page, turn the page. The Akashic vault, it's a radiant stream. Scrolls unfurl in a cosmic dream. Every life I've lived, every star I've chased, written in light, no moments erased. Roses red for the love I've known. Forces wild where my heart has grown. Keys to wisdom, they turn in time, unlocking the secrets of this soul of mine. Turn the page, let the fire ignite through the Akashic glow where the soul takes flight. Roses and keys, scrolls of truth in my hands. With the force of forever, I'll dance where I stand. Turn the page, turn the page. Hold the rose, feel the thorns and the flame. Forces surging, they're calling my name. Keys in my pocket, scrolls in the sky. I'm writing my story where the heavens fly. The veil is lifting, the truth in view. The Akashic light is shining through. With every heartbeat I break the chains, dancing with stars as I turn the page. Turn the page, turn the page, let the fire ignite through the Akashic glow where the soul takes flight. Roses and keys, scrolls of truth in my hands. With the force of forever, I'll dance where I stand.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to, if you are on Rumble, Turn the Page, and on YouTube, True Lens, and also TTP Coast to Coastal. Thanks you for being here. We've got an exciting guest tonight. I've been wanting to talk to her, and we're going to find out, what she's all about. I know a lot of you may already know her just by her name of Dina Jump, and it's going to be the Dina Jump experience tonight. But before we actually get to her, and I have really been wanting to know, who she is, and we're going to talk about what her thoughts are, maybe possibly on spirituality and a lot of other things. But before I actually get to that, I have something that it to me is very important, and let's see where I can put this up here. So I'm actually showing you guys a picture of a beautiful soul that recently just left us as of yesterday morning. So this is a little bit of a younger picture of her. Some of you may know her. She did a lot of work with a lot of the truthers behind the scene, from Airstream, you name it. You name any of the truthers that were out there. She helped them set up their technology, and she left us yesterday morning from cancer. And I just want to do a sending off and wishing mercy on her soul while she's in the transition period right now. And I just kind of want to go through this that means so much. I found what I thought was a perfect prayer for her. She touched my heart by networking with me with so many people. If you guys saw my show last week, I had Laura Van Tyne on there. She is actually a medium. And so this is a little bit of a short story, if you will, before I get to the prayer and then bring in our guest. But after the show, I said to Laura, hey, have you talked to Janie Lynn? She says, it's been about a year. And then all of a sudden, I'm like reaching out to a lot of people. I sent Janie a text and said, it's been over a year, sending you blessings and love. And I didn't hear anything back. That was on Thursday. And this morning, if any of you know, I've had Jackie on my show, and I'm sorry, I can't think of her name right now, her last name right now. It's fleeing me. But if you follow me, you know who I'm talking about. She was another connection. And this particular woman that you're seeing on the screen, Janie Lynn, like I said, has reached so many people. And I hope a lot of truthers do get to see this, because they may not even know. She kind of walked away when I think she found out she was sick, because Laura said about a year ago she knew that she had breast cancer, and I didn't know that. So I just kind of want to say a little prayer. If you would say this along with anybody else that you know that has recently died from cancer or anything else. And I just want to say we want to lift up the soul of our beloved one who has passed away from cancer. And we thank you for the gift of her life, for her love that she shared and the memories they left behind. They journey through their final days. We pray for their, and we pray that you surround them with their peace, ease of pain, and grant them the comfort in their suffering. May their soul enter the eternal rest in your loving embrace, free, free here from all sorrow, mourning, crying, and pain. And we ask that you welcome her into the paradise, or them, or whoever that you're saying this for. We're there in fullness and peace and in joy, and the Holy Spirit is forever and ever. May she receive in open arms, knowing they are forgiven, cherished, and forever in care. Thank you for the time that she had spent with us. It was a very short journey for me personally, but she did leave behind beautiful kids that she fought endlessly for. And I spoke to her every time I had a conversation with her. She was fighting, trying to figure out the damn system that we live in and how to gain back her children. And so her memory will be a blessing and a source of strength and gratitude for whoever has known of Janie Lynn. We pray for her family and her friends and mourn her loss, comfort them in the grief, and strengthen them in their sorrow. And we grant them assurance that their loved one is now in the presence, free from all suffering, as we know. Um, and they will find peace and healing and courage to carry. And I'm just honoring Janie Lynn for the short period of time that she came into my life. And so 2 years ago, I tried to find the video, I tried to find the show. Of course, we can't find it. She actually did a show with Laura Van Tyne, was the last, I think was the first show that she ever did with me. But Buckshot remembered who she is. And I actually text Buck. I know that he's not here right now, but I actually did text him, and he says, "Yeah, I do remember. I did a few shows with her." So thank you, Janie Lynn, for all that you did on this planet Earth and all that you're going to be doing in your eternal life. And I hope one day we all meet up again. Thank you so much, and God bless you and mercy on your soul. All right. Let's see here. Let me come back, and I want to bring in our guests right now, and I thank you all for listening to this right here. So, everybody, please welcome Dina Jump. Hi, Dina.
Hi, that was a beautiful tribute.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
And that was almost like a last minute thing. I tried to find her video all day today, but
Yeah.
it's stuff like that that holy cow! Look at all the people out in Rumble. I'm not seeing anybody out here on YouTube. I sure hope that that somebody wants to come in. You're more than welcome to. But yeah, Dina, let's talk about you because you're a beautiful soul also too. I
Well,
don't
thank
know
you.
you, and I want to get to know you. And
Yeah.
there's always a strong woman behind a strong man, as they say. And so, what we want to do is we want to know who is Dina Jump and what are her beliefs and where you think that you want to be, with who you are. And I talked to you maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes on the phone
Yeah.
one day, and I loved your energy. It's
Thank you.
fantastic. And just let us know. I'm sure that all the people out on Rumble know who you are, but let's hear it from you.
Well, I mean, I'm Dina. My birthday, July 24th, 1972. Um, who am I? Well, that's a really long answer, Miss Janine, because it changes every day, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm
It
type
does
1
change.
diabetic.
It changes a lot because we change so much. Whether you want to say it's energies that's changing, it's the earth that's changing. We're not the same person, and
No,
we might all go through very tough times, but then we always seem to find the light inside of us to shine, right? And we have to
that's it.
find that light constantly, especially with all the stuff that we've been through. But for the people that may not know who you are, if I
Mm,
could say this,
of course.
you are Jason Q's
Yes.
girlfriend or wife. You got to tell me.
I'm his girlfriend, yes, as of right now. Yeah. Yes. I
Okay.
live here with
But
him in Indiana, Maryville, Indiana. Yep. And yeah.
yeah. And so let me just ask you a couple questions just to get you to relax just a little bit. What is it that you've seen Jason work a lot. I mean, he has done so much for humanity in so many different ways. And with that question there, what is it that you would have to do to make sure that everything is running smoothly for all the shows and all the people and all the guests that he does? How do you help out?
Well, oh my gosh. Well, I really do. Jason is committed 24/7 to researching. That's it. That's it. So
Yeah,
between his researching and printing and stapling and highlighting and reading and all of that stuff, I do everything else pretty much. I
yeah.
mean,
I've got people
he's
out there
really
saying,
good. He's really good at helping when I ask, but I try to keep him in his groove because he just thrives there. I mean, this is his mission. I've known him since before he started podcasting. Um, and for him to, when he says that this is all he does, this is literally all he does. From the time he wakes up, has his morning coffee in the office till it's time to go to bed. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's dedicated, and
Oh,
there are a lot of people that are still dedicated. I am not so much. I pulled back.
yeah.
I've decided that I have to find more balance because I think I got burnt out. I
Yeah.
think my circuits, got burnt out from all the information that was out there. We were, in the say 6, 7 years ago, we thought it was all going to go very quickly, and it never did.
Yeah.
And then it's like I keep saying to her, when this is like a big old soap opera, we have season after season after season, and I don't even know what episode that we're in for this year, but now we're going into the next year of all this, and I believe it is all good. Um, but let's kind of talk. Let's bring it back to you a little bit, Dina. I know that Jason cannot get through this unless he truly has strong spiritual support within himself and with you too.
Hmm.
And so let's just talk about your spirituality, your belief systems, if you don't mind.
Of course. Um, the biggest thing as far as spirituality, I think for myself is just always, there's always good. There's always good. You just got to look for it. And, whether it's drama or chaos or the to-do list is long, I just always go back to that. There's always something good. Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm lucky to have a lot too. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. There's a lot. I am very blessed. I feel very blessed every single day, and it's kind of one of those things that if I'm having a really shitty day, I have to remember what I have,
yeah,
spiritually, emotionally, that type of thing. Do you ever catch yourself wanting to give up? Not in the case of like Jason's research, but just any time in your life where you said, "Boy, this I'm kind of done," or where you find another light that comes along, and maybe you were on one path and then you realize, well, maybe I'll try this, and life took a turn.
yeah. Well, I mean, so I am type 1 diabetic since I was 4. Um, and I spent a lot of time in hospitals. I was sick a lot growing up. And it always, I think that's what instilled the gratitude within myself was being sick. And I was like an observer really growing up. And I always saw so many people in the hospital so much worse than I was, you know. And I remember thinking, you know, I'm good. Can I go home? Like because you see these people who have, these horrific diseases or they're in a vent or whatever the case may be with all the IVs and they can't walk, just that whole scene when you're in a hospital. So I
Yeah.
really, really feel that instilled, like I said, some deep, deep
It shaped
gratitude.
you. It had to shape you.
Absolutely.
I
Yep.
had a friend that kind of grew up in the St. Jude's Hospital out of Chicago,
Hmm.
And believe it or not, it was because they were getting the Germany had this pill for pregnant women, and a lot of people. This is a little bit before your time, but the pregnant women of 19, I think it was 57 to 59, were given this not so they wouldn't be as nauseous. They're given these pills, and
Oh,
all these kids that were being born were missing limbs. And so she was one of them, and then they cut it. Of course, they cut the program what they were doing this, but she had to grow up in the hospital. And let me tell you, she's was but very her outlook on life and humanity was completely different
yeah.
from anybody else that I've ever experienced. And I wanted to get to know who she was because I thought she was just a very intelligent woman. And when you come from that perspective of being around illness, and then when you're around people who are really healthy and take advantage of it, you
Yes.
could you know that there's something right.
Yes. Yes. That's a big one. A really big one for me. Because I
Yeah.
mean, the it's such a good point. My mom always used to say, the man with no shoes, like, what is that saying? The man with no shoes cried until he saw a man with no feet. You know, it's always something worse out there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that and so that I can definitely see why it would have shaped your life, and how you would have a lot of empathy for the people that are ill. And now that we know what we know, you in helping, I would have been like, all gun ho and helping Jason at that point in time in my life about the whole health subject in general and what we've
Yeah.
been observing. And it's like it's not moving quick enough for RFK Jr. to get rid of the crap and get the good stuff in, and get rid of the whatever is affecting us via the pills that they have out there. But it's all going to take some time. But being being 4 years old with type 1
Mhm.
diabetes, I
Yeah.
had a friend. Her son was born and diagnosed at the same age,
Yeah.
but he's much younger than you, and he was one of the first candidates for the pump in the leg. They would
Oh,
put the
uh-huh.
pump in his leg, and he did it while he was little. Then he realized when he got to school, he wasn't like the other kids,
Yeah.
and sometimes that was a little bit tough on him because he couldn't eat all the
Mhm.
foods, all the carbs,
Yep.
and all that other stuff. And so you must be a really healthy person.
Um, I consider myself very healthy simply because I have had type 1 diabetes for, gosh, 49 years. Um, and there's so many complications secondary, that can come on, your eyesight, your limbs, your circulate, like the list is really long. And I've been very, very fortunate because my mom did a great job of scaring the crap out of me when I was little. Like, can't eat that. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Check your blood sugar. Take your shot. If you don't, you'll be blind by your 16, like you'll
Yeah.
never have kids and this. So there was a lot of fear instilled in me, but maybe that was a good thing because I did take care of my eyes. I did take care of, things in my body. Um,
And you will continue to do that. So let me ask you about that, about the whole diabetes thing. Do you think
yeah.
that they know that there's a cure out there?
Well, for as long as I can remember, every endocrinologist that I would go to has always told me they will have a cure in your lifetime. Um, I believe I believe there's already one out there. I've done my work as far as I don't know if you know who Dr. Sebi is.
No.
Um, he was a homeopathic doctor who really believed in the alkalinity diet. And
Yeah.
I actually went and saw him over in Honduras before he passed away because all of a sudden he's gone,
Of
because
course.
he was actually curing AIDS. Um, he's cured some cancers, but, you know, he's no longer
Yeah.
with us. But his
It's just like all
protocol,
the other whistleblowers
yes,
out there who it's just
yes,
like any whistleblower out there who has information,
right.
all of a sudden they just kind of, they're gone.
Yeah.
which that is so part of the good against the evil.
Hmm.
What we are witnessing, and we are all awake and witnessing that, and so on and so forth. But let's see here. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to talk about today?
No. I've been a nervous wreck. I've been a nervous
Why?
wreck. I don't know. I mean, he does it all the time, and I've been around it. I know, it just, I'm not a real
You're doing
spotlight
great.
person. Thank
You're
you.
doing great.
Thank you.
Everybody out there, especially when I can't see the comments on YouTube for some reason tonight, but
Yeah.
everybody out there on Rumble out there, just everybody just send her lots of good energy out there
Oh,
because and so let's see what else can we talk about. So we're coming up to the holidays,
yes, we
and
are.
actually I'm going to be probably not this will probably be my last show for the year, but I'm actually going back. I have a niece that's going through kidney disease, and
Oh, sorry to
I've got to
hear
go
that.
back home to her and spend some time, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's another big disease that's just went rampant. Whether it was the vaccine shot or I can't say what it is, but there's just so much that has come about. All these different diseases, and if I had one wish, it was that we could just cure all of them. We
Yeah.
all need to live to 100, 110, or whatever it is that we can in a healthy old age, and like we used to. And we have to get back there because life is getting shorter and shorter. Anyways, let's see what else do we have out there. Are you ready for your holidays?
We are. We are ready. We actually are having a Friendsgiving. So obviously Thursday is Thanksgiving, but
Yep.
Friday, actually, the 28th, no, the 27th. Oh God, I can't even think right now. Anyways, we're going to Cozy Cats Cafe. It's in Michigan, so it's about 4 hours away from us. We've had Crystal on We Not Me a few times, and she came up with this great idea for Friendsgiving on Sunday the 30th. So we're going to be there, and we're extending an invitation to everybody out there if they're in the Saginaw area, um, to come on by Crystal's Cozy Cat Cafe. And there's going to be plenty of food, and she's going to have games and silent auction. And yeah, so
Yeah,
that's the big plan.
that's great. It's a cause
It
that you
is.
have going on for being thankful and grateful. Yeah, that's a
Absolutely.
fantastic thing to do. I'm actually going to be, like I said, flying back home, and I'll probably be making many trips back and forth. I cannot emphasize enough that if there's anybody out there that wasn't expecting the conversation to go this way, but it's all about if we're healthy enough and we're grateful and you want to be able to help people out this time of year, just kind of go out and check on your neighbor, check on whomever, just you make yourself feel good and make them feel good, and just we gotta take care
Yes.
of humanity again, and the animals are just as important, and we just need to really find it in our hearts to be human again.
Yes. Yeah. It's a characteristic that has kind of fallen to the wayside. When,
Yeah,
life gets busy, you just get wrapped up in your own bubble and forget that there's actually people out there, a world out there.
yeah, yeah. Let's see what we have out here. Yeah, and a lot of people have very strong thoughts and opinions about. And let me ask you this: with all the work and the information that you have very close to you about what's going on, do you think that we are much closer to like having healthy food, taking the dyes out of the food, and all that other stuff? Do you think that that has started, or do you think that we still have a long ways to go?
I definitely think it started, but it's still a long way to go for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know, how can they contact you? You don't have to put that in there. So I guess if you guys want to watch We Not Me, she is the woman behind the man of Jason Q.
Mhm.
And that's all you got to do is join in on his show. When's
Yep.
Jason's next show?
Well, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central on We Not Me Rumble.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. Is he doing a marathon?
Not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We are going to be doing a marathon. Well, I don't necessarily know if it's a marathon, but Thursday, Thanksgiving, is going to be, open to everybody. Kind of
Yeah.
a potpourri kind of a thing. Yeah. Like we
So
run.
So, let me ask you another
Mhm,
question in reference to like just I know that you guys uh, just have you have such a love for humanity. That's why you do what you do.
mhm,
And I gotta admit this. When I first started, I think I was watching Jason and Charlie Ward back in the day, and
mhm.
they were doing this stuff. And then I got the opportunity to meet him. Have never seen a man light up the way that Jason would in front of people that were there present and just loving all the great work that he has done. And I know that he was just basically drunk on all that love that those people were sending to him because he
Yeah.
was so happy and they were all giving him so many gifts and all that other stuff. But each year we kind of go into, we think that this is going to be over with, but it's not going to be over with. And we're just kind of, I'm sure that Jason is just drudging through more and more information. It's almost like it's just a spider web. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It does.
How much of that do you think that is helping humanity right now?
How much of what Jason's doing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, the truth is a big deal, and he does a good job at getting it out there in his words of wisdom. And no, I think it's a huge deal. All people, they have the choice to find out, the free will. And yeah, he does a great job. I'm so proud.
I know.
So proud.
I actually think of him as a pioneer in all this. Not that I want to
Mhm.
talk about Jason, but there are so many people out there with their own channels now, and I still don't think that they're getting the information across. There's a lot of them that now debate each other, whether if you're a MAGA versus a libtard or whatever it might be. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
to me, it's like still a big division.
Yeah.
But I think everybody is still searching for the truth. But it all depends on who they're following, who they're watching. Do you think that too much information is can hurt a lot of the younger people, let's say?
Well, the younger people, it's funny you bring that up. We were just talking about that today. I spoke with a lady from Canada yesterday who was 80 years old. It seems like the older generation is just all in there. The younger ones, I'm starting to see a little bit more. Um, but the older ones are so way ahead of the game, way
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Well, everybody has broken down and they did the division again. They said, okay, the baby boomers screwed us up, and then you've got the Gen Z, then the Gen X, and then the
Mhm.
Alpha, and it goes on and on and on. And I just like to look at it is that we can't break it up like that. You can't, once you start dividing like that,
Yeah.
you're part of the problem. I really do
Right.
believe that. And I'm at the tail end of the baby boomer. I'm like one of the last year that was put into that category. But at the same time, I can kind of see that there's a certain generation that did go through the school administrations that did get brainwashed
Mhm.
and that have to really dig for the truth. And that's what that whole Charlie Kirk thing was all about. Is somebody had to bring it to light. Whether I don't know if do you believe that Charlie Kirk is just an actor, part of the movie, or do you believe that he really was had good intentions of what he was doing?
Well, I believe everybody plays a part in all of this. And that part, whether it's acting authentic, I don't know.
I
But
know.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. I know. It's just one of those things. It's just like, I'm tired of guessing, if I can't, the thing is that the more that we are listening to information and using our own discernment and becoming more and more intelligent about everything, the more that we can make up our own mind and make those decisions and not comply to what somebody else or not being obedient to somebody else. And that is the key thing. I don't think it's as much as the information. I think it's what it's doing to us at the
Yeah.
soul level. If I see bullshit, I call
Hmm.
bullshit, right?
Right.
And then I just dismiss it and say, okay, move on to the next thing. Or if I'm watching a younger person out there trying to debate if MAGA is bad or good, and I sit there and I observe them a little
Yeah.
bit from the perspective of they are kind of waking up, but they still have a lot more to go. There's still something that's underdeveloped with these younger minds.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. Fully agree. I mean,
All right. Any questions out there, you guys? This is your chance to ask Dina any questions out there, and all you have to do is just put it in uppercase. I hope that I catch it. I don't have a moderator here. I usually Buck would be here, but I think he actually said that he had a previous engagement tonight.
yeah.
And so let's see here. There's a lot of people out on Rumble right now. Thank you all for being here and jumping in. And let me just say hi to a couple of people. I see Leah's out there. Was it Jaime Katz? That's Sunray. Is that Leah? Kathy out there too? Kelly Holtzen, I think
Kelly
is
Holt.
how you say that.
Yes. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
can
guys
see
have
the
any
Rumble
questions,
chat. I do.
something you want to know about Dina, here's your chance.
Yeah, here's your one and only chance. Your one
I
and
guess
only.
somebody's trying to tell me that there is a troll out there. All right. Like I said, I don't have a moderator, but I'll try to find them. All right, you guys, we're going to give you a minute here. And Dina, if there's anything else that you want to share, please do. I don't see the troll, but apparently it's bothering those guys out there.
I think they're talking about that track doc or whatever out in the chat.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
But no, I mean, everybody in the chat right now, Magic Bird, Mark, Sportsman, Mark, Himmy Cats, Kathy, Blazing Truth, Chris, Miss B. They've truly become family. These people I see multiple times a week and are extremely a big part of us, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they are. How long have you guys been doing your channel? I know that you guys set up We Not Me, but then person was running the circuit
Finally.
board. Pardon?
I said finally we set something up because he was just floating around to this channel, that channel, and this channel, and it was hard for people to keep their finger on where he is. So yeah, once the We Not Me channel started, that's been great. Oh, there's Carol.
One question out there, and you don't have to answer any of these. But Deplorable Wendy, Freedom Fighter 70, wants to know, what's it like to live with Jason Q? You can Wendy. Say pass.
Oh my God, I love that woman, Wendy. It is funny. You think he's funny when he's on a podcast. He has just such a great sense of humor, and he's always he does really well too, like with the glass is half full. There's always a silver lining. There's always something to look forward to within whatever situation we come across. Let's see, what's it like? Yeah. So my mom growing up would always tell me, when you grow up and have kids, you're going to get payback, because she always called me messy, right? Oh, I was just messy. And once I had Megan, my daughter, and she was like great, and my mom would be like, oh, well, someday you'll get payback. And yeah, Jason's my payback.
There you go.
Yeah,
He would have to be with the amount of research, and I bet you any money you helped organize him. And
I try. I do my best. Yes. Yeah. No,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're a great team. I mean,
Pardon?
I can we're around each other 24/7 forever. I mean, the only time we're separated is when we got to go to the grocery store. I mean, for silly little things. And we're fine. I mean, we're fine. We
Yeah.
have we have a
Well,
lot of fun together. A lot.
that that's more important than anything. You got to have the communications. You got to be able to get along. You got to have your space. I don't care how long. I mean, how long
Yeah.
you've been with someone, you still have to have your own downtime, your own space, process, because you're both on somewhat, the way I look at it, even with my husband, we're on a journey together, but we have our own separate journey to learn
Yeah.
our own things. My
Yes.
husband is a complete opposite
Hmm.
of everything that I am, and that he has helped me in so many different ways.
Yeah.
um and and you, only you and Jason see this. You and
Right.
Jason know this,
Right.
but then there's going to be times where you just basically have to say, well, heck, I'm going to go for a walk, or do
Yeah.
something that's outside of his energy, because too much of one energy, in my opinion,
Hmm.
is suffocating.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. He
Yeah.
he definitely lifts me up a lot, you know. Because I moved out here. I'm from the West Coast. So I moved out here, and it was a lot of new things, a lot of challenges. And he's done a great job at keeping my spirits up and keeping me
Yeah,
in
we
touch.
talked about that because I'm from Chicagoland area originally, and
Right.
I'm down in the deep South. Is the way I look at it,
Hmm.
and it's a culture shock. It really is, especially the summers here. I hate the summers. I'm trying to figure out how can I go halfway back to from the summers here, and be able to get like a little studio place that I don't
Yeah.
have to endure the heat here, the humidity here, because
Hmm.
when you're growing up in the Midwest and you're used to 12 inches of snow, when it snowed down here last year, when they
Hmm.
were messing around with the weather, with
Yeah.
HARP and all that other
Yeah.
stuff, and we got a foot of snow. I
Yeah.
was the only idiot out there going, "Oh my God, I love this." And everybody else is going, "Oh no, what are we going to do?"
Yeah.
And it lasted, I think, 3 days and it was gone.
Yeah.
No, maybe it was a week, because we did get the cold. And just to back that up,
Hmm.
Tucker Carlson actually had somebody on his channel that was talking about how long they've been messing with the weather. And they did talk about that snowstorm down here.
Did
And
they?
I
Yeah.
knew it. It's one of those things that, like if you weren't with Jason Q, if you were with somebody else that wasn't even awake, but all the stuff that's going on,
Yeah.
there's a lot of families out there where one person is awake and the other person is half awake. And
Uh,
it's very difficult to try to convince somebody that Biden's not Biden, right?
right. Yes. Yes, for sure. And yeah, that snow on the beach was just absolutely insane. It reminded me, growing up in Vegas, we get like 2 inches in once every 30 years or whatever it is. So I can totally relate to seeing snow on a beach. That's bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They lost a lot of trees and plants down here. The
Hmm.
nurseries in springtime that came around made
Yeah.
a killing on it because everybody had to rip out what they had. And you just see these big trucks with these big arms just coming and grabbing trees that just were not used to this. And that's
Yeah.
actually, I'm near the Gulf Shores in Orange Beach. And this is what happened, I think, in like 1931, where
Hmm.
they probably created another snowstorm. It took out all the oranges, all the plantation of the oranges, and that's why they called it Orange Beach. There's no
Yeah.
more oranges that exist today.
Yeah. Talk about bizarre.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see what else. I was going to ask you something, and it slipped my mind. I had a good question there. So we're talking about who you are, and
Mhm.
all the work that you do. Do you have a separate project that you love to do that's separate from Jason Q's world?
Absolutely. Yes, I do. Um, I don't know how many people know this, but I'm I love my yoga. I love my yoga. It's medicinal. It gets me through so much, so much. So between the yoga and mm, everything I do here at the house, I mean, I've kind of, made this. We've made this. It's everything we do. And I know it may sound totally out there and crazy, but it literally is all we do. And I love it. I
Yeah.
I love it.
There's a lot of people. You're not alone. There's a lot of people that live for this information. I started to go that way, but you really need and I can't do this by myself. So, and I think I is this Jason out there? It's under the name tag of We Not Me. It says there is no we not me without D. And I think that's perfect. And that should be added as a sub tagline or whatever to your channel, because
Oh,
yeah,
that
you've
was
got to
very
have
sweet.
support. You've got to have people, because I come up with a lot of ideas and I'll throw them past my husband, and he's just like, yeah, but there's a lot more people are attracted to watching this than political stuff, so I can't really
Yeah,
go there with them. There's a lot. I think there's so many people that don't want to consider it as political. They want to just consider it as the truth of what has happened to this country by
yeah,
the evildoers.
right. Yes, yes. And that was very sweet.
Was that Jason?
Yes, that was Jason.
Hi, Jason. How are you? Um, let's see here. What else? Any other questions out there that you have, Jason? You can even ask a question. We'll let you do that. And
You should just pop
and
in.
yeah, just jump in, you guys. I'm trying to go backwards and see if I missed anything out here. Um, yeah. Let's see here. Love my Emma. That hello back to you also. Um, and I don't see any other questions. Come on, you guys. You gotta ask her something. She's been doing this for so long. I can't imagine that we finally get insight to the world of We Not Me, and you don't have a question. Let's see. Maybe I missed some down here. Um,
Well, you always think of those questions when it's after the thought, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, Wendy, thank you. Yes, yes. What's it like to live with Jason Q?
yeah.
Um,
Let's see here. Oh, somebody is writing deplorable. Wendy, she's back again, and she says, "I'd be lost. I would be lost puppy. So thank you without J and D."
oh,
Um, yeah, that's sweet. Is Buck jump in here? Somebody said something
I don't
about
see.
buckshot.
Oh, Bucky active on YouTube.
Oh,
Thanks, Mark.
yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. Let me put him up there. And hey, Buckshot, how are you? Um, and he's got another one out there, Dina. All right. So, Buck, now that you're here, we're asking everybody out there in YouTube land and Rumble land to ask Dina a question, and nobody can come up with anything, which is they probably do. They'd probably think that they know you, and that's okay. And they'll still have time to be able to get in there. Oh, Carol Marine is
Oh,
asking, what is your favorite meal that Jason cooks for you?
um, he makes me really, really good peanut butter and toast. I'm addicted to peanut butter and toast with honey, and he brings me that almost
Protein.
every morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Does Jason cook on the grill?
On the grill,
Does he?
when
Yeah.
the weather's, I mean, we're inside cooks right now. The grill needs some
Is it
help,
cold
but
there?
he's a great cook. I mean, we love to, that's, I mean, we cook together all the time.
There
Yeah,
you go.
he's a great
There
cook.
you go. So Buckshot says, "How do you deal with Jason Q?" Another one. So Buck, that question was asked already.
Which
Uh,
question?
how do you
Yeah.
deal with JQ?
When do you sleep and for how long? That's a good one. Jason
Yeah.
does sleep. I have, if people would be like, he doesn't sleep, Dina. He doesn't. Yes, he does sleep. Yes.
Somebody's asking you. Blazing Truth wants to know if you want to do a ladies' vacation. Would you do that? Would you do a ladies' vacation? That's a
Of
good
course
one.
I would. Yes. Chris, that's Chris. She's awesome. See, these people literally are like, I feel like I know them. They're in my thoughts every day. You know, I talk to them 3, 4 times a week in the chats and things. And no, they're great people. And you know, we really, they keep us afloat. You know, we strictly survive on donations and what little we get from Rumble, and people out there have just been so generous and helped us, and we literally stay afloat that way, you know.
Yeah, you guys keep helping them out when you can. It's 'tis the season, and you know that all that those donations are being put to good use. And whatever he's doing, does he still print all of his
Oh my
articles?
gosh, yes. He was Chris, he got some ink yesterday that was delivered, and he was so excited. It's little things like that he gets so excited about, you know, the paper, the 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 ink, the
Yeah, he's
clips,
like a kid when
staples.
they go to school and they got to get their school
That's
supplies, right?
right. That's right. Post-its. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah,
Highlighters, you know. Yeah. No,
yeah.
it's great.
I know that feeling. I'm kind of that way too. Let's see what else. I had a great big whiteboard. It was huge. It took up like it was huge. It was on wheels and everything. And then it was taking up too much room, and I gave it away. I sold it through what was it, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And this kid, young kid in his 20s, bought it, and he says, I do he says, I put up everything that I want to manifest up on this whiteboard. And goes, I needed a great big one like this. And I'm like, here. They usually go for a couple $100, and I sold it to him for $45. I just said,
Oh, nice.
here you go, because I knew that he was very spiritual. And he just reached out and gave me this big hug,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's what this is all about. It's something I wouldn't throw away, but it was
Right.
going to somebody who really cared about, manifesting things, spirituality, that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we have one too. It just won't fit. It won't fit in the office.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Containers. Somebody's saying something about containers. Do you have enough containers out there?
Oh, the totes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can always use them because they're going to get used sooner or later, you know, just like the paper and ink and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So that is a lot. So if I can guess, it's got to be about 7, 8 years he's been doing this. And I'm guessing that's maybe on the high end of things, but holy cow! I mean, you're gonna have to get a storage if you don't have that now.
That's what I thought. Yeah, no, we're making do with what we have now, but um yeah, there was a point there for a while where it was kind of like if there's a fire, we're in big trouble. First of
Yeah,
all, we live in a it's like kindling everywhere, right? And
yeah.
then there were totes and piled up and walkways were blocked and doors were blocked. So now at least we know now, you know, like we can get out without having to hurdle over towers of totes.
Let's see. I'm trying to see here. Gonna need a truckload of totes for the other Oh my goodness, I won't say that. The, the, I don't go there. I used to, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. You know, it was fun playing that. If anybody else has any more questions, please put them out there. We're keeping an eye on them out there. What else do you want to share with us about you? Because I wanted to kind of do this as like everybody. This is a Dina Jump. Now is Jump your real name? Because that's an unusual name. Your last name.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yep. It is.
And I've never heard of another Jump.
Yeah. Now you have.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. What else are they saying out there? I have a question. Uh, see, Charvel says, how many rooms do you have in your house, and how many are full of? I think
Totes.
that's totes. Yeah,
Yeah.
totes.
So we have a 3-bedroom home. One bedroom is Jason's office. The other one, the cats. Then our room. And yes, there are totes in every single room. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. One other question here is how many paper cuts per day?
I think Jason's only got one since he's been doing it, and I'm good. I haven't had any yet. Yeah.
Sorry, Susie Q. You can hang on to your band-aids for now. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so let's find out if you got a great audience out here today. You know what the show is going to be about tomorrow? Because you said it's on at noon tomorrow. Is that right?
11 Central, so yeah, 12 Eastern. The Mormons. The Mormons are up. Yes.
The Bears, the Mormons.
The Mormons. You know, we're putting a little soft pause on the J,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
yeah, the Mormons are on deck.
Please don't tell me he's going to talk about the Osmond family. Don't ruin it.
Well, now he will.
Yeah, I know. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Ascent from Within, which is Arnie, is saying, how do you feel about all the division going on? It is happening on the outside of the world and spiritual. We kind of answered that one. Arnie is just jumping in now. But they're asking, how do you feel about in every which way you turn and everything, it seems like there's something that, is divided, and we all want unity, right? I don't know if that's ever going to be possible on this planet Earth, but we can get close. What do you think?
I definitely think we can get close. If people could just follow one simple rule, the golden rule, it would be a game changer.
What's the golden rule?
Treat others how you want to be treated. It's as simple
Kindness.
as that.
Yeah, everybody's got to find their kindness. I used to be out on X quite a bit, and actually I can't stand it. It's worse than Facebook right now because it's just
Yeah, it's
it's like an
wild over there.
old rag magazine with just bullshit flying left and right. And
Mhm.
I go out there and I close it up right away. But the division that's out there, and I don't know if this is true, but it just seems like a lot of people, whether again, I blame a lot of things on the shots, and I'm not going to stop doing that because I have a
Yeah.
strong passion about what they've done to us. But I think a lot of them lost their minds. I think a lot of them have gone insane from it because of
Yeah.
the way that the behavior is out there. You're not going to tell me that these college students, the way that that they're acting out there, screaming into cameras and just
Oh,
fighting to fight.
yes. Yes. Yeah.
You can't tell me that there's insanity. People are all asking because there's so much of it. If you spend a lot of time on X, I spend 10 minutes a day, if that.
Mhm.
A lot of people are basically saying it's time to bring back. They took away the mental institutions. I don't know if you know that or not. They don't exist anymore.
No, they don't.
Um, no, and I'm sure Jason has probably done a show on that, but they need to bring them back because they need help.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Uh, Let's see. I'm just going to read one other comment from Arnie again. It says, I feel for ascension, but it's causing divisions. Okay, I think that's the same one that I read about the duality. Is everyone else hearing all the news statewide regarding the drug bust and the kids being rescued? I hear it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it every single day, and it just depends on who you're listening to. But
Mhm.
yeah, let me ask you this: Do you believe in like psychics or mediums or tarot cards or any of those type of things?
I definitely do. I definitely do. I believe we all have that inside of us, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah, and if you practice yoga and you love your yoga, you're so in it. You're understanding the energy of it. I just think that all of us are becoming more and more in tune with
Mhm.
everything that's around us. And I think that I'd love to be able to say that people aren't using their intuition, but it's almost at another level that they're using it and they're not even aware that they're using it.
Good point. Very good
And
point.
a good example is all of a sudden I asked somebody about Jeannie Lynn, and I kept asking everyone. There was some
Yeah.
part of me that knew something, but I couldn't get in touch with it. It was kind of like I don't know why, but it was just one of these things that until finally someone told me the news about her. So if anybody out there that is a truther and has worked with her, please just send her a prayer because she is in transition. Would you like to talk a little bit about that? Do you understand? What is your belief systems of like when we die and the transition, or what do you think about any of that?
Well, I think we are everything. We're made of everything. I think after we die, we return to where we came from. Now, where that is, we can speculate and talk about that all day. But it's a place where there's no pain, there's no hurt, there's no sadness. I really truly believe that when you think of heaven or think of the afterlife, it's exactly how you think it's going to be. Because talk about disappointment. What if you're thinking it's going to be this great thing and then you get there and you're like, really? I don't think our creator would want that for us. I think whatever you believe heaven is going to be, it's going to be that magnified. And who's to say heaven isn't here on earth? Well,
Yeah. Well,
we
yeah.
got to make it. It's up to us to make it
What do you
ours.
what do you what do you think about? And I think I heard Jason talk about this. Maybe it wasn't him, but it was years ago. A lot of people are always mentioning that, okay, we're here, and then basically there's like another planet Earth, right? There's another duplication of us somewhere else that's much kinder and peaceful and all this other stuff. It's almost like we're in a simulation. So if we're in a simulation, there's got to be another reality. Just put it that way. What do you
Yeah.
think about when people talk about timelines are jumping and different realities and the Schumann? I still don't get that whole Schumann thing. There's a big part of me that there's a lot of scammers out there on that one, but especially on
Yeah.
Facebook. I'm just trying to see what your perspective is on any of those other things.
Well, as far as timelines and lifetimes, I think I think anything is possible. I think the signs are always there. You just have to have enough self-awareness to see them and notice them. Notice them. Acknowledging your perspective, acknowledging the things that are in front of you. That's when things happen. I mean, it's been proven in science, even in an observation is where so much magic happens.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, it's like Carol's out there saying that she says, "I'm in heaven" in uppercase, just like she's shouting it at us. So that is her belief in, you know, um, I just think that whatever your belief is, whatever your reality is, that is the world that you are creating.
Absolutely.
And then we could also learn about how to create our own reality. Look at Jason Q going strong. How many
Yeah.
years he's been doing this? This is his reality, and his determination, his love for humanity, his determination is to get
Yeah.
the truth out there. The truth might dance around from time to time, but
Mhm.
you keep doing it, you will
Absolutely.
find it.
Absolutely. And if there's one person who can do it, it's him. I mean, he's been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah,
7, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
mhm.
Good for him. And God bless you both for doing this and continuing to do this. And if anybody out there that wants to continue to contribute to their channel, We Not Me, please help them out. And let's see here, what else we have. Um, somebody is asking, do you believe in magic?
Yes, Renee, you came here and you're very magical.
When I hear that, do you believe in magic? That song goes off in my head.
You
You know,
believe it? Yeah, me too.
yeah,
It's
it does. It's a very old.
automatically starts. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's like from the 70s or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then other people are out there saying that love is the answer. Um, you know what? That's a good point. I don't know who said that. Beachy Nana.
Renee.
There.
Yeah.
It just seems like it seems to me that people won't. People know what love is. It's like the word no. You know what it is, but you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Um, I don't know, maybe people need to teach love. I have no idea. I think love is just is something different in everybody else's perspective. But what I'm actually seeing is that
Yeah.
these younger kids, I'm going to sound like a really old person right now, but it's me, 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 me. What about me? Right? It's that type
Mhm.
of mentality. Or I basically have always said, how can I help you? What can I do? I'm
Right.
putting me to help be of service to you. I'm not seeing that as much. It's kind of like when other people found out that they weren't going to get their EBT cards, what did they do? Well, I need to eat, so I'm going to go rob Walmart.
Right. Yes. Go rob Walmart, go use I mean, there's people just taking things out of the store in grocery carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the biggest thing that scared me is you go into the grocery store, you pay for your stuff, you're on your way to your car with your cart, and they're attacking you because it's already paid for and it's outside the store. That's when I
Mm.
pull out. And I even told my husband, I said, it wouldn't happen down here. It's such a small town, but if it ever did, we go to gun ranges. We're not afraid to protect ourselves. We
Oh,
are
no.
not.
No.
And I see another question out there, and it says, Dina, do you believe in a Sarah?
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of Nasara is already here. I think a lot is already here if you have eyes to see it, for sure. I mean,
I think it is also too. It's just comes in different flavors. It's almost like, from what maybe people said that it was going to be,
mhm,
is kind of packaged a little bit differently. But if you're paying attention to the details, and it's
yeah,
always in the details, I think that a lot of it's already been here.
yes,
And I've been saying this for a long time, and that we called it Nasera Gesera. I said
mhm,
change the name and just take a look at the tariffs that are coming into the country and
that's right.
understanding that. And it just came in a different package.
Absolutely. I agree.
Let's see here. Do you believe we'll get quantum phones?
And replicators?
Yeah.
I wanna believe that. How cool would that be? Yes, why not? Bring it all on.
Yeah. Yeah. One other thing that I want to ask you is, because we started out talking about health, and everybody
Yeah,
had mentioned about these med beds and stuff like that. And I know that frequency and vibrational tools have been put into place for the last 30 years. Mats, they've had it all. It's
yeah,
not, and then they showed the whole sci-fi version of the med beds. I think that more of this stuff will come out, but it's not going to be the way that we were told. Just like we said earlier, you could call it Nasera Gesera, but
Mhm.
it might come out in a different version.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that?
That it would come out in a different version? For sure.
Yeah, the med
Yeah.
bed. So let's just say,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, the stuff that was being said about a med bed,
mhm.
I don't know. There's people out there that have these frequency devices out there that will
Yes.
change your vibration and your frequencies. And I get that. That is
Mhm.
short term. And a lot of times you could go in for therapy, walk outside, somebody could say F you to you, and then
That's
your
right.
whole disposition changes.
It's
You lose
yeah.
that energy that you were just given. But now they had mentioned that med beds would be able to heal body parts and stuff like that. I don't
And
know what they were saying, but how do you
yeah,
feel about
and grow
that?
grow teeth and grow bones and, you know, have it be the cure all. If it could do anything like that, I mean, hmm, it's just like me with living with type 1 diabetes, people living with pain, you know, uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, living with type 1 diabetes. So type 2 diabetes, you can get under control. Type
Yeah.
1, I have not seen that get under control. And
No.
like I said, I was a young person when I found out one of my good friends, 4-year-old, had also gotten it too. But the type 2 almost seems to be, uh, I think a lot more people are going to be healed with that if they understand what their
Yeah.
body needs, what our
Yeah.
organs need.
Well, and like you were saying, once the food and everything, the education starts to change and people realize that type 2 diabetes 90% of the time is self-inflicted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I was coming from a type 1, if I had the option to change my diet, exercise more, and get rid of it, I would be all over that. So these people, who have type 2, man, you're living a type 1's dream to be able
Yeah.
to change your whole life with your daily habits of your eating and
Exactly, and
yeah,
it goes back to education. So we
yeah,
always talk about Jason opened my eyes to understanding education. So there's a lot of things that I didn't understand where Jason would connect the dots and then take you to the next dot and take you to the next dot. I was
yeah,
still back at the first dot trying to process what he would say. I would, and then
yeah,
I'd have to say, okay, I'll catch this later and go back and play it over and over again. And I
yeah,
would do that like at 3 o'clock in the morning, listening to what he was saying because I wanted to understand it.
yeah,
And a lot of times when you are working in the energies and finding this information, it almost comes off your tongue like we know what you're saying, Jason. But and honestly, I never
mm,
did, and I would have to rewatch the videos over and over again. Um,
yeah,
and still, that's why they're recorded. That's why, unless it's
yeah,
a 6-hour marathon, I won't watch those that long.
yeah. Well, yeah, no, I mean he's got a way with words, that's for sure. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. Any other questions? It says, I think we're gonna be able to travel on the Manlev Trail. Is that how you say it? People are calling it Trump, like instead of Nasira, Trump Sarah. I like that idea too. He's already coming out with like what is it, like a program in the health arena. He's calling, I don't know what it is, something maybe to do with the pills or something like that, but he's given it the name the Trump. There's going to be, let me ask you this, is Trump still with us?
always,
I
always,
mean,
yes.
I mean, is he still alive?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I do too. I do too. But there's different versions of him because I could see the differences when
Yeah.
one guy comes out with orange hair or white hair, or one's fatter, one's taller, one's shorter.
Yeah. Um, El Sunray, congratulations. That's huge. Good for
What
you. Nice
what's
job. She
what
says
happened?
I am type 2, used insulin, diet, and glutathione helped me get off insulin. If you
Yeah.
can get off insulin, that's bravo.
Yeah. That is, I
Mhm.
have one of my very first co-hosts, Mayday. A lot of people who follow me know who she is. Her husband was put on the insulin. She went
Mhm.
right to the diet, and she was so strict with him. He's no longer on the insulin. She monitored. I've never seen, and she's a Virgo too. So those Virgos, when they put their mind to something, get out of their way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was able to get her husband off of the insulin also, and she tells me about it every day. And it is the diet. Who would have thunk it with how they poison us with all the foods out there
I
that it,
know.
you know, we could just go and read up on supplements that they have out there. I'm on one pill, that's it, and it's for my blood pressure, and I'm
Uh-huh.
taking a bunch of supplements and a lot of different things to bring it down. It is so far down from where it was at that sooner or later I'm going to take myself off of that one med.
Yeah. Wean yourself off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. You see anything else out there that they're talking about?
Mm.
Oh, Trump RX. Thank you. That was Jason. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the Trump RX. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things out there that are so great right now. Yeah,
Oh
and,
yeah, yeah. Uh, Kate Carter, I am using the cayenne pepper and the beetroots for my blood pressure. That's one of the things that have brought it down. Thanks for asking, Kate Carter.
yeah. Hi, Kate.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, we've asked you all the questions. And let's see, how long we've been on here? Oh, over an hour already.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Hope to see y'all tomorrow in the chat. I mean, as far as sharing, I would ask me anything anytime. And they know that. Anybody who knows me knows.
Yeah. I'd love to have you back again. This was fun. I want to say, because I don't think I'm going to be doing a show unless somebody reaches out to me and wants to do it for December. But I want to say happy holidays to not even happy holidays. It's happy Thanksgiving. Blessings to you and Jason Q and all of your fur babies. And,
Mhm.
just sending lots of love and blessings to the both of you, because you guys are awesome. And, I know that you're doing what you're doing because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Janine. And thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure
You're
getting
welcome.
to know you a little better as well.
Yeah, that's true, right? I mean, I've been doing this for I want to say, well, going into next year, it'll be 6 years of doing this, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of running out of things to talk about, but my True Lens station is actually more of 30 to a minute prayers for people that need it,
Yeah.
and and I just decided to start making those little short clips, and I went from 0 to 5,000 within a month. There's a lot of people out there that want help, that need to hear what they need to hear. I hold no judgment, whether,
Yeah.
and it's non-religion, and but I do use the labels of God and Jesus. It doesn't matter what you call it, whether it's creator of the universe or if
Right.
you're not even a believer. It's just good words being sent to people who need to hear it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Jason. I know you're in the background there.
He is. He
Yeah.
is.
All right. Thanks. And everybody, don't forget to watch them at 11 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. Get in their chat. Have fun with them.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dina, so much again. Bless you.
Thank
Bye
you,
now.
Janine. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.